barely 20 kilometers from the city of Valencia, in the municipal district of Riba-roja de Túria, lies a piece of history which has only recently been discovered. 20 or so years ago, some farmers uncovered what appeared to be the remains of an ancient construction. It turned out to be a unique example on the Iberian Peninsula of a Visigothic building, the Visigothic villa of Pla de Nadal. This remarkable Mediterranean building was designed and built as the emblematic seat for an important nobleman in Hispano-Visigothic society during the second half of the 7th century. The building originally had an upper floor and, together with the wooden decking and tiles, it would have been some 12 meters high. The Valencian regional government began archaeological excavation works in 1981. The west wing was uncovered first, revealing an impost and the beginning of an arch, and a Corinthian capital and shaft which had fallen over the impost. In spring 1983, some structures were uncovered on the eastern side, which indicated a possible symmetrical configuration. Once the eastern and western porticos and atriums were discovered, the work focused on the union of both areas, and the central nave was found. This structure, together with the discovery of several Christian crosses, suggested the existence of a Visigothic chapel. However, the building's true identity was revealed in the last excavation work carried out between 1988 and 1989. Side chambers, a main portico, and adjoining chambers orienting the building southwards were found, all proof that it was in fact an outstanding private residence. Research suggests the building was constructed as the Visigothic kingdom entered its decline. The Germanic peoples who came from Central Europe in the 3rd century, taking advantage of the crisis in the Roman Empire, never achieved the necessary internal stability. During the second half of the 7th century, there were many major betrayals and confrontations among the Spanish nobility. In fact, in the times of King Roderick, there was nothing to prevent Tariq and Mutha from initiating the rapid Muslim invasion in 711. Some years later, the villa at Pla de Nadal also fell into Arab hands. The site is important, partly because Visigothic remains are scarce, not only in the Valencian region, but throughout the Iberian Peninsula, but mainly because of its architectural and sculptural features. Of the 800 pieces recovered, half of them are ornamental items. Friezes are the most common, with 211 bevel sculpted pieces, showing the decorative motifs used throughout the building: trifoliates, scallop shells, and volutes. The ground floor was used to store grain, wine, and oil. Therefore, all the decorative elements found must have come from the upper part of the building, from the balustrade surrounding the terrace to the windows topped with small horseshoe arches. The arches over the windows were suggested by the discovery of a keystone, which would have separated two arches, as can be seen at the Museum of Prehistory and Mankind in Valencia. A significant piece in the collection is a small medallion with an anagram, which provides one of the keys to understanding the building. The anagram appears to contain the letters T-E-B written vertically, D-E-M written horizontally, and I and R written vertically. This can be transcribed as Teb Demir. The name is similar to the epigraph Tev Dinir inscribed on the back of a scallop shell. It's possible that this person was the owner of the palace. The reuse of Roman architectural elements, particularly as imposts, may indicate an explicit desire to regain the political prestige of the Roman Empire. The fusion of different periods in one building is yet another feature of this villa. The Pla de Nadal is a link between the disappearing ancient world and new Christian and Islamic architecture. The strict symmetry and outstanding structure typical of the most sumptuous classical villas are comparable to those in San Pedro de la Nave in Zamora and Santa Maria de Melque in Toledo. However, this site may well be much larger because of the size of the area uncovered, around 150 square meters, and the discovery of the remains of what could be an exedra. The exedra suggests a luxurious rustic residence organized round a central patio. If this hypothesis is confirmed, the enclosure could be up to 4 times the size of the area already uncovered. The palace probably fell into ruin over a long period to eventually disappear under the earth. At some point in its history, the palace was abandoned and later on devastated by fire. Experts relate the fire to the raid carried out by the Emir Abd al-Rahman I between 778 and 779, which destroyed the city of Valencia and its ancient bishopric.